Hey, it's Kimmerix over here at Spawnwave Media. Are you a huge retro game fan? I know I am. So you've probably been looking into this NES Classic System. You know, the tiny one, looks like a classic toaster system. There's been a lot of information about it floating around all over the internet, so let me see if I can condense some of it down for you guys. There's going to be 30 built-in games in this thing, which is kind of huge since it's Nintendo backed. We're actually going to be getting good titles. That's not common for these throwback systems. If you've ever seen like an Atari Flashback or something along those lines, those games tend to be bottom of the barrel. No one really wanted to play them in the first place games. This, nah, you're getting Zelda, you're getting Punch-Out, you're getting the Mario series, you're getting Super C. I know it's not original Contra, but still. And all these games are going to be upscaled to 1080p. They're even going to have their ratios adjusted to be allowed to fit easier in the widescreen world that we live in. Don't worry though, all you diehard fans, you can switch it to a 4:3 mode so it looks original. You can even add the scan lines if you really want to go vintage. And if you're really worried about how the game's upscaling is going to affect the image, maybe blur it a little bit, there is something called a pixel perfect mode, which actually converts the individual pixels into just straight up squares. This way you can maintain the sharpness across almost any monitor or screen or anything you got it running on. And to those of you who are a part of the whole emulation world, something interesting, there's going to be 4 save states on the system per game. Now that's got to be pretty awesome news, especially for the few of us who remember leaving the system on for days because you really wanted to get to the end of Mario, but you really had to do some homework. And all this is coming from a system that can fit in the palm of your hand. It's super tiny. I mean, what's not to love? Well, there's always something not to love. Over at US Gamer, Bob Mackey got a chance to check this thing out, and so far, out of everything he's looked at, he's noticed 2 fairly central problems to the system. Apparently, there's no way to back out of a game. You gotta actually reset the system. That's not that bad. I mean, it's almost kind of nostalgic feeling to have to like turn it off, turn it on again to get a new game going. But Nintendo already put all this work in to upgrade the visuals of these older games to match modern times. Why not put in the effort to upgrade the functions of the system itself? Home buttons are now one of the more common things you could find on any console. Even the Retron 5 has it, and there's a similar lack of modernization with the controller. In a world of Bluetooth and 2.8 gigahertz wireless, we're looking at wired controllers again, which wouldn't be so bad. I imagine it keeps the cost down, but apparently the cords are extremely short, which wouldn't be so bad if I could just go grab one of my old school controllers, but the actual port on the system itself is proprietary, so I have to use the controllers meant for this system. All this makes it sound like this system's meant to be put on a desk with a TV that's pretty close to you so that you can play it in kind of like an office situation or just a dorm room maybe situation. But that keeps it out of the arena of the average entertainment system console, which is where I was really hoping this would be. You're still getting 30 classic games though, all of which will look fantastic on modern screens, and all for only $60. That's not that bad. And if you want to bring back the days of couch co-op or head-to-head, it's only an additional $10 for the second controller. That's 30 games that have withstood the test of time as genuinely amazing things to play for the price of No Man's Sky on release day. Something to think about. And on that note, we here at Spawnwave would like to know what you think. Are you looking forward to the waves of nostalgia? Do you finally want to see what your old school friends have been talking about? Maybe you've already pre-ordered this thing and are getting pretty hype. Or maybe you're a purist and you've already got every game on your wall in a proper top-loader system. However you want to play it, let us know in the comments section below. Insert plea to have you hit the like or subscribe button here. I mean, come on, this is YouTube, you know the drill. But definitely check us out. There's a lot of works going on behind the scenes for this channel. We got some podcasts, a ton of series is coming up. Might actually be worth a second visit. This has been Kimmerix with Spawnwave Media, and my sign-out phrase is still to be determined.